Is it?
No.
Then you're not looking properly. So today we're going to learn a very valuable lesson, a very important lesson, which I learned in my last tournament. So it's a lesson that we keep learning, but only when it happens in tournaments you will really understand it. So this position, who's better?
White.
Who do you prefer? Why do you like white?
Sir, because white is fully spreaded and bishop is in its territory, but black is still developing.
Okay, so two pieces are not active
Yes,
for
and none
black.
of it, the pieces are not even in the other side of the board, the other
Okay.
half.
Okay, so for white, this bishop is active, rook is good, this rook is good. Who's making noise? Leave that alone, please. Bishop, queen are also good. For black, two pieces yet to become active. So white is better, you're right. So I was black in this game. This is in round 3 of the tournament. Last tournament. This is that Veer Vikram also played. Same tournament. He played f4. It's a very logical move because my opponent, of course, he played f4. He's challenging the pinned pawn, so he wants to take it basically. It's a good move, right? But it's a slight mistake. This allows black to come back in the game. Can you find out the next move for black? Of course, you can't take when you lose the game. Yes, Virvikram.
Rook e7.
Rook e7. Then I'll take.
Okay. The bishop takes.
Bishop takes. And then queen comes in. It's possible, it's fine, but it doesn't give an advantage to black. Hello, Abdul. It doesn't give an advantage to black. Now, the move that gives advantage to black is knight f6. Before the pawn takes the pawn, you have to like kick the rook away. Now rook is only one square, which is
E3.
E3. E3 is there, but E2 is a little bit better because E3 would be a blunder. Why would E3 be a blunder? Black to play and win. A winning move for black.
Knight
Huh.
d5.
Yeah, knight d5 is a fork and you lose a full piece. So rook e2 is required, not e3. And now black is going to take advantage. I am going to get a better position. Can you find out how? What's the next move for black? The move that will give black an advantage. Same thing, knight d5. Because now when the bishop moves, the only square for the bishop is? Where should the bishop move? What's the only place for the bishop?
It can also move C5.
If you go to c5, I'll play b6. So basically the only a5 also b6. So
I know, F.
e3 or f2, right? So he went to e3 because if you go to f2, then knight takes pawn. Knight will take the pawn, attacking the rook, attacking the bishop, and you lose a piece.
And black is...
So yeah, so he went to e3, and now winning move for black. What can black do here? So I played the next move. In 2 moves, black will have a winning position. Let's see who can figure it out.
The pawn, F.
Taking the f4 pawn, you get 1 pawn only. Now I'll move my rook. Knight takes pawn. I'll play bishop takes.
No sir, I'm telling take with the pawn.
With the pawn, you will take. Okay.
Rook takes e8.
No, I'll move my. How can rook take e8? Bishop is here, na? So he's saying pawn takes pawn. So I'll move my bishop back. So you're up a pawn, but that's it. No? You're not getting more. You want to get material, no? You want to get a piece. And there is a way for black to do that. I'll give a clue. First move is a knight move, second move is a bishop move.
I know.
Yeah.
Knight E3.
Rook takes back.
Rook takes back and
Bishop.
We will let him finish if he has a continuation. No? Okay, Virvikram has a move.
Bishop takes f4. Sir.
How will bishop jump over the pawn and take on
Hey,
f4
sir,
instead?
it was a
Yes,
clue
Ari.
which starts
Ari.
with
Knight takes e3.
Rook takes back.
Bishop to a7.
Exactly. Well done. That's it. Just bishop a7. So first take the bishop. You're winning a piece, so he has to take back. And then comes bishop a7. So this is basically what happened.
So did you play this?
Yeah,
first?
of course I played bishop. I was just wondering what you played next move. I don't remember exactly what he played next. I think he played king out of the way. Yeah, he must have moved the king out of there. Or king h2, I'm not sure. Somewhere he moved the king. It doesn't matter. And now, of course, we'll play
Bishop takes rook.
bishop takes rook. And he takes back. So it's a winning position for black. I got this position. This is round 3 of the tournament.
Did you win this game?
Will I'll tell you, patience. Have patience. So now it is black's turn. It's my turn. What do you think you will play here for black? How do we continue? Black is up an exchange, a rook for a bishop. White's about to take one more pawn. You can't take it because there is spin. So how will you continue here?
So first play f pawn f6,
Pawn to f6.
and after if we take with the pawn
You take with
or
the
with the
pawn.
rook.
Okay. So basically defend the pawn you're saying.
And also if we take, he can't kill it because we have the queen protection.
Queen protection where?
Queen protects. If we move the f6 pawn,
Huh.
the queen is protecting the rook.
The rook, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, very good point. So f6 is one possibility. It opens up the king a little bit. So I'll probably play bishop check, and my bishop will come to this nice square. So this is not great because now after king moves, I'll plant my bishop here. That's now as good as a rook. That's sitting right in the heart of the position, and you can't do much there. This rook is like kind of stuck. And now slowly this rook will come here. It's not ideal. Whenever you push pawns, your king is becoming open, but here even the bishop is becoming very active. That's why we don't want to play f6 so much. But it's a good idea. It's well thought. Any other ideas? What will you guys play for black? Because this is the moment where the whole game changed. This is the main point of the lesson today. It's a winning position. Everything is great. But you still have to be more focused now, which I was not. So I should have focused a little bit more after getting a winning position.
QH4.
Yeah, queen h4 is a very good move. That's the best move. Because you're attacking f4. And if he takes on e5, if pawn takes pawn, then what to do?
Queen f4.
Yeah, queen f4 and then we can take back the pawn. So we're not even losing the pawn.
No, the rook is gone.
Rook will move. Don't sit there. Assume that he's going to give up a rook. So queen f4, rook will move and then you take the pawn, right? So that is the best option. And if you think a little bit, this move is not hard, right? It's not difficult because it's a very active move. But I played a little fast and I did not put real thought to this. I thought it's winning, so why should I give up the pawn? I played rook to e7, defending the pawn with the rook, removing the pin also. So if he takes, I'll take. That's the idea. But that's the move that cost me the game. Now my opponent gets counterplay. Suddenly everything becomes opposite. How? How is he going to change the script? White to play and shock black a little bit.
I know.
Yes.
Move f5 pawn to f6.
Exactly. Pawn to f6. This is what I did not see. As soon as I played this, I realized, wait, he can play f6. I'll have to take and my king will be open. His bishop is there, rook is there, everybody is becoming active. Bishop, queen, rook, 3 pieces lurking around the king. So I took, which was again a mistake, I should have played rook e6. Now king is open, how do you continue? Now white's completely winning.
Play g6. Rook g6.
Rook g3.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Rook g3, I moved the king. Because if I moved to f8, there was bishop h7 and rook g8 threat. So king went to h8.
So still that threat is there.
But now there's no threat, rook is covering it. No? So how will white continue? I was a little bit shocked by how fast white changed things. Still looks okay. I'm about to play pawn takes pawn. If I get pawn takes pawn, I'm fine. But white has a very good move here. What can he do? I was expecting bishop h7 and that was okay for me because there's no threat. But somebody else is about to land there. It's not the bishop. Somebody else is going to come there.
The queen.
Yeah, if the queen comes there, then I'm toast.
Wait.
My king is toast if the opponent's queen comes there. Bishop I can handle. Rook and bishop I can handle. But rook and queen, that's a different ball game. So how does he do that? How does he magically get this queen to this side? You need a transfer.
Yes, sir, I know that.
Yes. How?
I've done that in my game.
But you have to do it. Huh?
Bishop E2.
Exactly. Well done. Bishop E2 was played. Now I realized the trouble I am in during the game. As soon as he played Bishop E2, I realized this is gone.
I
Oh
do
my.
this in my
Because
game.
my
now,
queen.
the queen is attacked and plus the
Huh.
queen is also looking at the x7 square.
Yeah, excellent score is okay, but if it comes in, then there will be more problem. So I have only one move here. What is it, Rayan Shukla? What move do I have to play for black?
Queen takes bishop.
Aha, give up the queen.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
It's queen master.
Queen H4.
Once patience. Why are we giving up the queen as soon as he attacks it? Of course we play queen H4. And now, can you find the next move, guys?
Sir,
Yes, Aryan.
Q,
Huh.
E4.
Queen E4. Better E4. What does it do?
Sir, rook.
What does it do in
Rook,
E4?
Sir,
Huh.
rook G4.
Rook G4 is good because it forces the queen to only one score available. Abhinav, what is it? Where should black go?
H5.
H5. You're going into the line of the bishop.
Then the queen
Rook will
gone.
move. Queen is gone. Rook will do a discovered attack. If you put a queen in the line of another piece, then of course he'll move the rook and take your queen.
Sir,
Yes.
no, rook check. Sir,
Rook takes and bishop takes.
sir.
Yes.
Queen.
Wait.
Sir.
So let Abhinav think. Where is the correct place to move the queen? There's two.
Queen
Huh.
E1.
Yeah, queen E1 is one option. Queen F2 is another option.
Let's say I found
So I played queen F2.
Okay.
Now comes the final finish. Last 2-3 moves.
Final finish.
How does white continue? Why did we play bishop E2? What was the whole point, Aryan? You played bishop E2 for do what?
To remove the queen. To move the queen.
Then do that no. Your queen is still sitting here.
Queen.
Queen F5.
Exactly. Everything has to come with tempo. See, every move came with a check or a threat. Right? So suddenly black's pieces are just sitting there like mannequins, can't do anything. Just watching the game. And white's doing everything. Queen F5. What's the threat?
Sir.
Veer Vikram, what is the threat right now made by white?
Mate.
No, Veer Vikram.
The queen takes pawn.
Yeah, queen
check.
takes pawn, king moves and checkmate.
Yes.
So what should black do here, Trinesh?
Black.
It's not just enough that you understand the threat, you have to defend the threat. That's what you should think about.
Rook E6.
Yeah, rook e6 is what I played, and now came the next move after which I resigned. He found the next move.
Bishop.
I-
Bishop D3. Bishop D3.
Yeah, not bishop c4, that's what I was thinking. He might attack my rook and I'll have to give up my rook. No.
D3.
Bishop d3. Killer move.
Now next
Chapter
move is
closed.
checkmate.
Game over.
Next move checkmate.
It's mate, next move can't be stopped.
Now you're basically Lacoste.
Yeah, I'm done here. This is gone. So I resigned here.
You're
So-
toasty and roasty.
Yes. Now it's toast. My king is toast. So to avoid all this started because of pawn to f6. If you remember, everything started just because of that pawn move opening up my king, and suddenly every
And
piece
also
became
moving
active.
the rook.
Yes. he
Yeah,
can
because I
move.
moved the rook instead of rook e7, queen h4 would have controlled everything, and everything would have been perfect.
Was a
So main lesson is do not allow your opponent to get counterplay. When you're winning, double your concentration. That's something I've told myself many times during tournaments, but every tournament something or the other happened. This tournament this happened, where you again learn the same lesson. When you're winning, double your concentration. Do not relax, focus even more. That's the main lesson from that position. So instead of 3 out of 3, I was on 2 out of 3 after that loss.